Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and this is a look at the new Hazardous resource extraction sites in patch 1.4. Now these differ fairly significantly to the other three extraction sites. These ones don't have a security force presence and the ships here are a little bit tougher. I'm coming here first of all in my Imperial Eagle just to give the ship a try out. You may remember at the end of my other previous beta video I was showing how the Eagle overheats very rapidly. Now a large part of that was my own fault. I had set 2 shield cell banks to deploy in a single go, which was why it overheated quite so rapidly, and that's what's going on here in this video. But that said, the Imperial Eagle does run hot, and Frontier have confirmed that today on the forums, and Mike Evans, one of the designers, has also said that they're going to dial back the heat build up on this ship. And you just got to see the new chaff effects there, the red orbs passing by me as I deployed the chaff. The Imperial Eagle will build up significant heat even when you go into supercruise, and it's possible to almost overheat it when you try and do a hyper jump as well. Frontier do want this ship running hot. It's basically an overclocked Eagle, so it's designed from the get-go to run hot, but it's running a little bit too hot at the moment. Now here I am in a Cobra coming back to the Hazardous resource extraction site yet again. I wanted to try it out in a different ship. This isn't a very good place to be in an Eagle of any type. The fights are very prolonged. That last fight took around 10 minutes, which is why I edited it so much. So here I am in a Cobra trying it out with, we've got 4 weapons here. So I was kind of hoping that the fight might go a little bit better, but as soon as the Python turned its guns on me, look how rapidly my shields have gone down. So keep in mind here that there are no security force present, so you don't get any assists whatsoever with the kills here, aside that is perhaps from the NPCs that are within the zones that are trying to defend themselves. But basically you can spend the entire time just doing the fight on your own. I have a shield cell bank equipped and I have chaff equipped. But once the Pythons turn their weapons on you, you're pretty much done for. The only option at that point is to turn and flee. Here I am trying it again with another Python, and initially it looks like things are going fairly well. I start attacking the ship, start slowly taking his shields down, but then I realise he's equipped with a railgun, and well, he makes pretty short work of me thereafter, meaning, well, I try it for a little bit longer, but I have to run again. So clearly a stronger ship is needed. These sort of areas you can't come to in a small ship. You're not going to be able to play here for too long with a Cobra or a Sidewinder like you can in the other extraction sites. So I went away and come back again with a Vulture. This time things worked out a little bit better. Now I've only got a C-rated shield on here. I would have liked a better shield, but I didn't have quite enough credits for it. But I do have some fairly good guns. Now one thing you're going to notice straight away about the Hazardous extraction sites is that they are chock full of pirates to kill. Look at all the contacts on my radar there. I'd estimate that about 1/3 to a half of them are targets that are wanted, that we can actively kill. And you'll see in a moment that as I kill one target, I pretty much can go straight on to another one. And we're not talking about Sidewinders here or Eagles, we're talking about the larger ships. I haven't seen any Anacondas here, but there are plenty of Dropships, Imperial Clippers and Pythons here. And as soon as you've killed one target, as I say, you can more or less immediately go on to the other target. Now these don't pose too much of a problem for a Vulture, but when they do turn their guns on you, they will strip away the shields fairly fast. But again, as I said, these are only C-rated shields, they're not A-rated shields, but they seem to stand up to the job. I do have to use some chaff, plenty of chaff actually, and the odd shield cell bank as well. The shield cell banks don't seem to overheat these other ships in the same way they do with the Imperial Eagle. Even though I did have it ill-equipped, the single shield cell bank on an Imperial Clipper will still add about 30 to 40% extra heat damage to it. Now I haven't made any cuts in the video. Just at this point you can see I've gone straight from a Federal dropship to attacking a Python with only a matter of a few seconds. And like I say, this place is absolutely chock full of ships to attack. I will make a slight cut here because this particular fight was a little bit protracted and I don't want this video to go on too long and get dull for you. But there we go. That only took about a minute and a half to 2 minutes to take the Python down, so a little bit longer than what it's like with some of them, but overall not too long at all. And you can see already there's another firefight going on over here. So there's an Asp is in a wing of 3. I'm not willing to take on a wing in this particular area because the ships here are a little bit tougher. So that was an Asp and a Python there. I'm not sure what the third ship is. It might be a second Asp as well, but we're not going to bother with them. There's plenty of other targets here that we can take on. So if you come to one of these areas now, you're not going to be sitting around for ages waiting for ships to spawn in, because, well, there's plenty of them already. So here we have a Diamondback Explorer. The Vulture would probably make very short work of this ship. They're not all of that well equipped for combat, but nonetheless they do all pay out a reasonable amount of money. Now, one thing else that has changed is the high intensity resource extraction sites. From what I can tell, they seem to be back to the days of yore, where you can get quite a few ships spawning in the area, the higher value ships. Although on the odd occasion they do spawn in a lot of Sidewinders and a lot of Eagles, that doesn't seem to be continuously the case as it was once before. So another target down, and immediately I start looking for another target. On this occasion it took slightly longer. We got a Python there who's actually clean. He's trying to mine amongst all this combat, but just look at that, a federal dropship already. Where is he? There he is. So yeah, it doesn't take long to find other targets at all. And with a reasonably equipped ship, this is by no means a well equipped ship. It's not top end, it's not all A-spec. I do have an A-spec power distributor on here, and 2 A-spec shield boosters as well, so they obviously improve my shield's performance. So right now, as it stands currently in beta, and as with everything in beta, everything's open to being changed before it gets to final release onto the main servers. But as it currently stands, the Hazardous extraction sites are good for making money, and they are very good for combat. You've got the very exciting areas here to navigate around the asteroids, which is one of the things I've always enjoyed. So these potentially bring back the days of old in regards to extraction sites, whilst removing the presence of security forces. So although you can come here and make money, you're not going to keep getting all the kill assists that you do with the security anacondas and all the rest of them helping you out. So you have to rely on your own initiative to take the targets down and decide to leave when it's suitable to leave. And once again you can see the new chaff effects there. I really do like them. People often used to complain about the extraction sites being used for farming. Now, I don't use them for farming myself. I just enjoy coming out and doing the combat in this sort of environment. I find them a lot more enjoyable than regular conflict zones. The pace of combat is different for one thing, and the other thing is, of course, you've got all the asteroids to watch out for and navigate around. Another thing some people make comment on is the fact that extraction sites should be used for miners. Well, that's actually not really the case. Miners have the entire ring system to themselves. All they have to do is fly toward any point on the ring and get forced to drop out of supercruise, and they can mine wherever they like. So it's nice for bounty hunters to have a place to actually bounty hunt. So I'm going to end the video on a rather funny note and show you how Imperial pilots fight in patch 1.4. This is an Imperial clipper, and that is the skilled piloting of a Imperial pilot. This isn't the only Imperial clipper to do this. This is the second or third one in a row. Not sure really what he's trying to do. He does break away in a minute and turn around and come back, but I feel kind of bad just sitting there shooting at him. Obviously it's a bug, but it's quite a funny one. Hopefully it'll get fixed before we get final release. Anyway, hazardous extraction sites are fun to be in. They bring back the thrill of what we once had in these asteroid belts, and combined with the fact that Frontier have now somewhat fixed the graphical bugs that exist in the ring systems, we're getting back on track again and things are really looking good. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.